The worst times for me are at night. That's when it eats away at me. Mainly just the thoughts of being enough, future and the past. Somehow my brain has enough space for them to simultaneously eat away at me.
There are weeks where I sometimes feel like I will never make it because of the pressure and anxiety, but I have to take it slow and I always end up making it in the end. I don't know what I would do without my friends who give me so much support and happiness.
I was hesitant to reach out for help for a long time because I didn't want to let anyone in. I didn't think it would help. I didn't want to have to admit to my family that I was having problems. At some point, I just realized that I really needed to do something about my mental state, and I insisted I go to therapy.
Mental illnesses run in my family. I used to be able to deal with my depression by myself, but when I talked to my parents and siblings, I felt like I wasn't alone. Now things are still hard, but I'm beginning to feel better.
I have a lot of friends and some family members with mental illness or who have struggled with their mental health in the past. I think by talking about it, it creates a natural setting that eliminates any embarrassment that one might have attached to mental illness. I feel like it is important for others to feel open about talking about their experiences.
I have been struggling with my mental health since elementary school when I started to get picked on for my body type. I was a little heavier than the other kids, so I ran a little slower, and I couldn't do what everyone else could. I started to hate myself, thinking I was the only one wrong. It all got worse when I got to middle school, and I became hyperfixated on everything I could find wrong with myself, and I still do. But I am so lucky to have found a group of people who lift me up rather than tear me down.
For the longest time, I was firmly against taking medication for my anxiety, not wanting a pill to control how I behave. However, I eventually realized that these overwhelming fears were no longer something I could fight, and I needed help to live life. I am happy to say that I am finally noticing an increase in my overall mood, less physical symptoms with feelings of anxiety, and an overall feeling of my head being clearer. Although my anxiety is still and always will be a part of my life, it is so much more manageable now and will hopefully cease to stop controlling my life.
On a daily basis, I guess my saving grace is staying present. Anytime I get wrapped up in the future or the past, I change what I'm doing entirely, and I do a total 180. But I always try to be doing something, not giving my mind the opportunity to wander.
The biggest help to my strive for mental health would be my seeking outside help. I started with talking to friends, which in turn led to a counselor, then a therapist and a psychiatrist. Asking for help doesn't have to be something shameful. It's self-care, as taboo or even tacky it may seem. Look out for yourself and your friends, because it's what saved my life.
Homework and tests have me stressed all the time. To cope, I usually take small naps after school.
Music. That's it. That's the key for me. Every bit of anxiety goes away from me when I play.
Playing sports. Even though they add to my stress with balancing my time, sports have always given me a natural high and have consistently reduced my stress. Every therapist agrees that exercise is a great way to reduce stress and get out of your head.
I'd listen to music and go for walks, 2-hour walks. I didn't do much, but it's gotten better. My mental state has improved so much thanks to the people around me. I found friends I could trust and that know me.
When I have bad days, I try really hard to have them help me remember and appreciate what the great ones feel like.
It's important to remember that everybody is good at different things and not to compare your grades to other people.
Taking mental health days is okay. If you're feeling really stressed, it's okay to just take a day to recoup.
Find people that really try to lift you up and help you get better. They make all the difference.
Don't get wrapped up in what other people say. Whatever helps you, find peace with that and use it to help you.
If you find yourself identifying with any of these statements, please don't hesitate to reach out for help. Your school guidance counselors and student assistance counselors are always here for you to talk with. Stop by the counseling office and make an appointment to meet with your guidance counselor. You are never alone in your struggles, and there are so many people here to help you.